Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're a regular, thank you so much for coming back. Today I'm going to be showing you how I digitize two simple files inside of Hatch Embroidery digitizing software. Now the two files that we're going to be digitizing today are this one here. It says Miss Virginia, and then the second one is this logo. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not sure if it's a school logo, what school it could be possibly for. If you happen to know, feel free to comment it down below. But I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what I do to digitize simple logos like this. So from here, I would just copy the image and make a custom sized design inside a Canva document. So for the unit, I'm going to click on inches, and for the width and the height, I'm going to make sure it's 4 because that's what the customer requested. And then now all I have to do is paste it onto this document and just make sure that the image that you bring inside of Canva fills up the entire background of the document, because this document is about 4 inches, so that's what you would need for your hoop. So you definitely want to make sure you try to fill up all of the space. And try to make sure it's in the middle as well. And then I'm going to click add page to do the same thing with this design here. And I'm gonna make sure that it fits up as much of the space as possible, same as I did before. And then now that I have both designs put onto the Canva document, I'm going to exit out of the tabs opened above and click on share, download, and make sure it's saved as a PNG file, and click download. Once you have your files downloaded, go ahead and head on over to Hatch, and inside of the software, you're going to click on New Blank Design. Once you have the page appear here, now all you need to do is locate the PNG file that you just created using Canva. Whenever I have a simple design like this where it's just font, I always like to use the auto digitize feature where you can choose the colors and essentially it's going to digitize it for you, and most of the time it looks pretty clean. And if it doesn't come out very well, I always use the lettering tool as well to give myself a different option. And there it is. I think it looks pretty good. And now I'm just going to delete the background. So I noticed that the stitch angle was a little bit wonky here, so I just went in and added a stitch angle where it didn't look very good, and I think it looks a lot better now. So let me zoom out a little bit more, and I'm going to grab onto the entire design here and make sure that it'll fit inside of our 4x4 hoop. So 3.850 is pretty much the max that we can do, so it'll fit inside of the hoop. And let's go on preview, make sure it looks okay. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so now we just need to click on output, export, and Miss V 4x4. And the customer uses a PES machine, so I'm going to leave the file type as PES. And I'm also going to download the EMB file as well, just in case I have to go back in the software and adjust things. It just makes the process a lot smoother. And now for the second design, we're going to go back up in the top left corner and click on New Blank Design. It's going to create another tab that usually says the next design number that you've made since being in the software. And just bring in the next design. And now I'm just going to click on Auto Digitize, click to fill, and I'm going to click on the image. And when the pop-up menu pops up, you notice how there's 19 colors here. And this image, in my opinion, really only has green, black, white, and yellow, which is just 4. So I'm going to reduce the colors to 4. And I think that looks pretty good, but this tan color here is really not necessary, so I'm actually going to reduce it to 3. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that looks good. And then it's not picking up on this black here, but I can always put that back in once I'm inside of the software. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So now from here, I'm just going to click on the C, click on the V, and click select. And using the smooth shapes button, before I do so, I'm going to click on reshape so you can see all the nodes. Click on smooth shapes button so you can reduce the nodes automatically, and then go back in to make it a little bit more precise and clean. Okay, so now I'm going to create an outline for the V by clicking on duplicate, which, as you see in the sequence now, there's 2 V's. And without clicking on anything else, it went ahead and grabbed onto the new one. So I'm not going to click on the one that's underneath. I'm just going to keep clicking on the one that's above, and I'm just going to immediately click on outline. And now if you look back at the sequence, you have a filled in V, and then you have an outline for the next V. And instead of single run, you can make it satin. And it's a little bit too thick, so I'm going to adjust the width here to probably about like 0.060 inch. I think that looks pretty good. And I'm going to make the outline black because that's what color it is in the picture. Okay, I think I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so we can get the white thread in here as well. I'm just noticing that's there too. Alright, so now let's go ahead and do the same exact thing to the letter C. Okay, so now that we have the letter C and V just about finished, we have the main fill of green, and then we have the black outline. Let's take a look at the preview and see what we're working with here. Alright, I like what I'm seeing. So now I'm going to click on the image that's in the background, and I'm going to click on Auto Digitize, the second flower that lets you choose the colors. Now, since we already have the green, I'm going to click on Omit, and we really just need the fill for the orange, and I also want the white fill here, and it's also going to digitize the white background, but I can just delete it. So I'm gonna make sure to remember to do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and click delete for the background. Nice, okay. And then I'm gonna maneuver the white outline around a little bit to see what will suit it better. Like, I think it needs to be underneath the orange thread. I think that looks good, but then I think the black outline for the letters might need to be above it. No, okay. Actually, yeah, I think it looks good like that. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So now I'm gonna delete the background. and go back to preview so we can see what it's looking like here. So the sequence is the green thread, then it goes to the black outline for the letters, then it jumps to the outline for the letters again for white, and then the last outline is about like an orange color. So there's just 4 color threads that they'll be using for this design. Now I'm going to make sure that it'll fit in the hoop. So I'm going to grab the whole thing, and I'm going to use the width first and make sure it'll be about 3.850. And for the height, if I change it to 3.850, the width is too large for the hoop. So that means I can only make the width 3.850. Okay, so now that we have that done, it's time to save the design so we can send it over to the customer. And there you have it, everybody. That is how I create custom files for people off of Etsy. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you need a custom file made, go ahead and reach out to me on my Etsy shop. The link is down below in the description. Otherwise, leave a comment, like the video, share this video with somebody who's just starting out, subscribe for more in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.